My name is Barbara Williams. I'm from Uganda, but I live predominantly in Norfolk. I studied MA in Refugee Protection and Forced Immigration Studies at the University of London. I studied independently. Most of the work was mainly online. Well, my interest in the program actually started about nearly 6 years ago. That was in 2014 when I first applied to the university, and that was responding to a random email I got. Having background in healthcare and working with vulnerable people, working with refugees actually didn't was more like home to back home, very close to what I was doing. So it was just to widen my knowledge about international, people in need of safety, and really in general to upgrade my career. That's what was the main aim. The degree offered quite a lot of a large base of information and knowledge, but the most surprising thing was to learn that Uganda, my country, is the third country in the world to host refugees. I didn't know that. I've lived in Uganda all my life, and actually that came as a surprise, because actually as much as Uganda has refugees, we don't know any better. People are not labeled because they are refugees. They live independently, they are welcomed in the community. So not until I got onto the course, that's when I came to know about the large numbers of refugees, and I salute my country actually for hosting refugees and making them feel at home and not segregated in any way. I was never made to feel like I'm a burden as a student. It's the 24-hour support I got. Weekends, evenings, nights, the support was phenomenal. I've never felt that way before. I've done courses in the past, but the support was the great thing which made my life a lot better. Connection with other students was quite easy. I came to know of actually students from Britain who are living in Uganda and they are working in Uganda, and that was quite a lot easier. The support networks was open at any time. People were openly willing to give their contact details at any time, and also to offer any kind of support when needed. So that wasn't a problem at all. Well, the pandemic was a challenge, I must say, but I was never short of support. As soon as the lockdown hit, UK, information was shared straight on promptly. Numbers were shared, lecturers were around to give that extra support to students, and also to accommodate, because being time frames in different countries, different differences in the hours, we had to the lecturers worked in the hours to suit the student needs. So that was really uplifting. Online studying was ongoing. We're never short of whom to approach, regardless of the course you are doing, regardless of the level at which lecturers were available to support us through the pandemic. So I'm not in a rush because I still have young kids. I'm waiting until when they get to high school. But after that, I intend to work with child protection somewhere in Africa, because that's where my base studies were. Definitely, I would recommend my program to people out there, because with changes and crisis happening all over the world, wow, it's been a journey, a challenging one, but interesting. It kept me going, and I've seen the end of it. Hence, I brought my boys to see. Mommy was reading, I was working 60 hours a week, but that didn't stop me from completing the program in 2 years. So I'm glad I put myself through it.